What's going on, guys? Hey, how are you? Repeat back with you for another Monday night edition of the Shake and Bake Cup Series. Tonight's going to be live from Michigan International Raceway. And boys and girls, you want to talk about a very, very fast, very wide, almost wide open track. And from what I hear, a lot of these cars are struggling with overall grip and tire wear. So it's going to make for a very, very interesting night. And to talk about interesting, week number 11 is what we're starting tonight. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at these points. That's kind of why I'm getting on just a little bit earlier. We'll let you guys watch the last couple minutes of practice. I'll actually pull up somebody that's out there on track, maybe a little bit of side by side as we talk about these points. There we go, up on the right-hand side of your screen, Matt O'Brien in his Cloud9, number 20, continues to lead the way with a good 30-point margin over James Holzer in his number 69, sitting with 295. Right behind him is EMGG teammate Ryan Crooks in his number 25 at 294 points. So that battle for P number 2 absolutely ramping up. Tom Flitcroft, old Tom Flitty, sitting there just 20 points behind Brendan Book in that 42 to round out your top 5. To go through the rest of them all the way back to figure about P10. As you see, the 16 have a little bit of an issue there. You got Jimmy Cocker, you got John Honeycutt, Tom Harmon, Tyler Dohar, and Jose Ruiz. That rounds out your top 10 in points. We're going to go qualifying. Let's get rid of all this right now. Let's go ahead and get down, get dirty, get racy, and find out who is going to be able to go on up there and do what they got to do. Hope everybody out there is doing all right. Good to see you. Maze Sang, or Mr. Mao, I guess we'll say. Thank you very much for joining. Here we go. So let's see who's going to go ahead and try to get out there first, do what they got to do, and pick up on some here. Lock Stratus, thank you very much for the sub. Absolutely appreciate it. That's going to be 5 months for you, bud. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and pick up with these guys. How about old Mr. Warner? I think I just saw him pull off in his number 72 Krenzer Marine car, and as you see, still down there on the apron. He's going to meet that blend-up line where you see the blue cone, and that's where he can merge on up and try to do whatever he's got to do to run down or place the fastest time. The 72, he's had some pretty decent runs here week number 11. Definitely going to have to try to ramp up his finishes as the time goes on. And it's going to be interesting to see exactly what kind of lines these guys run. I heard of a couple different lines. Some people were going to try to run up high. Some people were going to try to run low. But you can bet your bottom dollar here, everybody's going to try to get the best possible starting position that they can. Because, oh, by the way, there's like 42 cars that will be out on track at this bad fast 2-mile oval. We're talking speeds of just about 200, if not a little bit more. In fact, let me go ahead and see if I can pull up their times and give you a little bit more information here. Let me go back down. No, the only thing that's there is, nope, here we go. All right, so here we go. 190 that plus going into turn number 1. It looks like he's going to be about 173, 172 at the slowest going through turns 1 and 2. Oh, down the backstretch. He's going to hit that outside wall, so he's going to slow up a little bit. How about Tom Flitcroft in his number 12? Nope, he is absolutely done. But so far, he's going to be on the top of the board with a 39.3. How about PJ O'Leary in this number 24 Ally Camaro? Looking pretty good. It's very, very simple. Red, white, and blue. He's got all the skirts painted. Looks pretty good. So PJ O'Leary showed P number 3, and it looks like he's going to go ahead and stay there. Looks like the 34 he's done with his lap. How about this 81 Chubby's car? That's going to be for the one and only John Osborne. This is his first lap. So he's really trying to hold her wide open when and where possible to get that thing as close to the pole as possible. Again, with 42 cars. There's going to be a lot of dirty air to speak of around this track. You need to be as far up as you possibly can. So let's see how this 81 places coming to the line off turn 4. Survey says 18 for John Osborne. Let's check in with the number 6 of Ben Branscombe, right now in 25th place. So this is his second lap. Looking at the speeds on the bottom right, 192 going into turns 3 and 4. Turns 1 and 2 are usually the fastest. So let's see what he's able to get off of his second lap. Throw it all the way down as close to that white line as possible. At the start stripe, 192 going into 193 going into 1 and 2. Yeah, these guys are that fast. How about Ryan Crooks in this number 25 EMGG glitch machine? Looks like this is Crooks' second lap. His warm-up lap was a 40.26. So let's see what he gets on his first time lap. All right, Ryan Crooks, he's going to go ahead and bump that up to the pole so far with a 39.27, 3/100ths over Tom Flitcroft. Great lap by Ryan. Victor Valley came out last week and definitely showed up, and it looks like qualifying is done. So, all right, so not everybody was able to get a lap in. While we're waiting for those guys to grid up, let's go ahead and show you what these guys ran in their practice. Looks like Ryan Crooks was fastest in practice, so in qualifying, he's able to back that up. Tom Harmon, Matt O'Brien, Brendan Book, and Jordan McGraw are going to be your top 5. Jacob Kerr, Cody Kalinka, Eliza Bethel, P8. Thomas Flitcroft, P9. Jake Bustos, P number 10. Going back through the 18th, Caleb Pertko, PJ O'Leary, Francis Hamilton, Sean Blanchard, Jacob Palmer, Victor Valley, John Honeycutt, and Tyler Dohar. So not too shabby there. Let's actually go ahead and get on back out here and follow along with some of these guys as they've got about 2 minutes left of their warm-up. This is the number 23 for Jose Ruiz, running a DoorDash Toyota tonight, pulling underneath the 24. And it looks like I just saw that Avril Lavigne machine right behind them in that number 68. I definitely hope everybody out there in chat is having a great night. We got a little bit of a reprieve from the heat these last couple days. Yesterday hit about 80, 82. Today was about 75, 79, just under 80, right outside or just north of Raleigh, North Carolina, where I live. So it's been a very, very, very decent couple of days. Got a whole lot of yard work done. Got to spend some time outside. It was pretty good. Hopefully everybody else out there was able to do something similar and just enjoyed a little bit of a break from the 100-degree weather if you're below the Mason-Dixon line, as they say. Check in with how about old Jeff No? He's going to come on out and rock this 55 Ford. Good to see him out here again in this Carolina Basement Solutions Mustang GT. Known this guy for years, one of the cleanest out there. He's one of the ones that will race you how you race him. So if you've got his respect, he will respect you to no end. Very, very good friend of mine, also right here from the Carolinas. Definitely appreciate old Stout Whiskey out here on track. Jeff, if you go back and watch this later, man, good to see you back out on track. All right, let's keep on working our way through. How about old Sean Blanchard and his swag.biz machine? Again, guys, go on over to swag.biz. Their slogan for anything you need customized is literally custom friggin' anything. Go on over, look them up, swag.biz, right just as you see on the side of their car. Let them know what you need customized and tell them I sent you. Tell them I said hey. All right, so Eliza Bethel right now at the top of the boards, and it looks like she's got some company door to door. Oh, wow, door-to-door banging. And yeah, they were getting ready to have a pretty interesting showdown all the way to the line. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get this away, and let's go ahead and bring up our grid as you see here. So again, yeah, Ryan Crooks on top, Tom Flitcroft, P number 2, Brendan Book, P3, Matt O'Brien with Jordan McGraw. That's going to round out your top 5. Then you're going to have Jacob Kerr, PJ O'Leary in 7th, Tyler Dohar, which is very, very good here at Michigan, in P number 8, P9, Ryan McCall, Andrew Wisdom, P10, Eliza Bethel and Caleb Pertko. They're going to round out row number 6. Behind these guys, Jake Bustos with Mr. Huntley for row 7, Cody Kalinka and Jose Ruiz row 8, Duncan O'Connor and Jacob Locklear for row 9. I keep saying round 9. Row 9. Row 10 is going to be Evan Knopp and Tyler Myers. Philip Bridgman and Charles Kramer going to round out the 11th row. John Osborne and Nathan Mon for row number 12. Row 13, Josh Small, Jacob Palmer, Robert Newman, and Ben Branscombe, with Sean Blanchard and Tyler Robb, Mark Santucci and Victor Valley, Frank Warner and the guy I was just talking about, old Jeff No out there, James Holzer and Thomas Harmon, gonna bring up row 18, and then the rest up here on screen right now. Pint Size Weight 58, thank you very much for the follow. I definitely appreciate it, and welcome aboard. All right, so let's go ahead and get back up with the 25 of Ryan Crooks. Let's go ahead and get all our information up here on screen so you guys can keep up out there in chat. And we are set again for one hell of a race. 42 cars all the way back to Hunter Johnson to kick this off. Again, race number 11 here from Michigan International Raceway. I hope you guys are buckled in yourself for some great on the edge of your seat racing all night long. 80 laps. Some guys said they can go just about halfway on fuel, but the tires probably not so much. So we'll have to see how tire and fuel strategy come into play as the night rolls on. I'm not quite sure what we're going to see on cautions. All I know is I am ready to roll, and I know these guys are too. Let's go on up, get ready to go, and kick this thing off. Coming off turns 3 and 4. Hope y'all are ready.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. 25 of Ryan Crooks hard on the throttle. You hear the field scream on by, and going down into turns 1 and 2. Looks like Crooks is going to be able to go ahead and secure at the lead, at least for now. But I can promise you one thing, we are going to see a lot of lead changes as the night rolls on. There's not going to be one sole person that is going to be able to dominate this race. This could very well come down to fuel strategy, which could put it into the hands of a couple of very, very capable drivers. Two and 3 wide, several different rows. And right now, kind of looking at 10th place with Eliza Bethel in that Team FTR number 64 Camaro. She's got the 19 of Brian Huntley Jr. right behind her, with Jake Bustos. In front of her is going to be Ryan McCall and Andrew Wisdom, as these guys come screaming down the backstretch. Lap 1 in the books. Lap 2 almost done. A little bit of pushing and shoving as the laps go on. It's just going to get worse and worse, because the tires are going to fall off more and more, and they're really going to have to worry just how much they wash up off that bottom. Welcome again, everybody, to Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series, live from Michigan International Raceway. I am Repeat. I'll be with you all 80 laps. And man, I absolutely love the racing that Michigan International Raceway puts on. So far, Ryan Crooks able to put down the fastest lap with a 39.51. So even though there's other guys behind him, guys and gals behind him, excuse me, Frozen, he's still able to put down the fastest lap. That goes to show what clean air can do for you. The 12 right now, a Tom Flitcroft with Brendan Book behind in his number 42 Target Camaro. They've got a bead on the 25, but they just can't do anything with them. So you see the 25 up there, and I know everybody that's out there with the EMGG crew, they want to know where old Mr. Holzer is. Right now, Holzer is sitting back in 36th. He's actually back one spot from where he started. He's got some people in front of him. I was seeing some movement. I was wondering if we might have a caution, but no such happenstance. But yeah, Holzer right now, he's actually up 4 spots. He's not down 1 spot. He's actually up 4 spots. And yeah, you see Tom Harmon right there in front of him. All right, let's go back around mid-pack again. This is P number 22 with the 50 Melody Woodworks Camaro for the one and only John Honeycutt. He's got Josh Small right behind him and Ben Branscombe right in front. Charles Kramer in front of Branscombe and Dylan Robb right behind Josh Small. So going down the backstretch, whole lot of draft, and that's something that you will see all the time here at Michigan, especially on that backstretch. If you can get up to that outside wall and keep the draft of the person in front of you, normally you're sitting really, really pretty. To kind of introduce a new name, Evan Knopp here. Let's go ahead and bring up his information right now. Evan Knopp, just driving the number 63 Chevrolet. Let's see if we can't get a little bit closer of a look. Rocking this number 63 711 throwback, looking pretty good. He's got the 4 of Tyler Myers to his outside. Doesn't want to come down too far right there. As you see, more and more cars really doing everything that they can. And how about this? What car is that? Is that a 26? Let's see if we can't actually get a bead on that car. That almost looked like it was a Miller High Life or a Miller car. I haven't seen one of those for a little bit. All right, that's going to be Philip Bridgman here. Miller Genuine Draft. That is absolutely an amazing looking paint scheme. Let's see if we can't get up just a little bit closer to him and ride along with him, see what's going on. Let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit, and yeah, guys and gals, go ahead and turn it up for a lap or two. All right, big shout out to Philip Bridgman for allowing us to kind of ride on board. One of actually 2 Canadians in the field tonight. We've got Duncan O'Connor rocking this number 2. Let's go ahead and change up that camera so you can get a better look. Yeah, Duncan O'Connor and Philip Bridgman, the guy that we were just on. And yeah, absolutely loving that Miller Genuine Drafts paint scheme. Now let's go ahead and actually get that better view that I was trying to get before. There we go. Yeah, that is actually a really nice throwback. I love the diamond plating going all the way back along the roof. Yeah, that looks pretty sick. Yeah, great car choice. All right, let's go ahead and widen this out and get back up with our leaders, see how we're doing. Looks like Ryan Crooks continues to lead, and now, I mean, you want to talk about a challenge? Here you go. You got the 42 trying to get underneath. You see the 77 of Tyler Dohar right there with him. So this again, a battle for P number 1, and this is going to bring a lot of guys back into the fray. You see Crooks, you see Dohar, you see Tom Flitcroft, you see PJ O'Leary. Let's actually look on from PJ O'Leary's roof cam, show you what he's looking at from high above as he just goes ahead and scrapes the wall just a little bit. You hear him out of the gas just a little while, letting it coast a bit. Able to pull almost even with the 12, but it looks like he got tight right there. I'm not quite sure if he's got some damage on that right rear. Let's actually go on back and take a look. Nope, so it looks like that little bit that we saw really didn't cause too many problems. He's still looking pretty clean, should still be able to compete at a very high level. 12 laps in now to this 80-lap race from Michigan International Raceway. Again, this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series, working week number 11. They've only got 4, maybe 5 more weeks before we start playoff action, and I pulled up the points earlier to show y'all where everybody stood. Let's go ahead and actually take a quick gander at those points one more time in case you missed it earlier and you were kind of curious where your drivers were. Matt O'Brien with a pretty decent 30-point lead over James Holzer. Ryan Crooks only 1 point back behind Holzer, so 295, 294. Brendan Book back to 286. So he's he could make that deficit up tonight easily if Ryan Crooks has any kind of an issue. Tom Flitcroft just a mere 20 points behind Brendan Book. That's your top 5. The rest of your top 10: Jimmy Cocker, John Honeycutt, Tom Harmon, Tyler Dohar, and Jose Ruiz. I gotta tell you, Jose Ruiz in his number 23, he doesn't have the greatest finishes all the time, but he is absolutely consistent. Just like Matt O'Brien in that Cloud9 number 20 that we see right now on screen. 3 wide with the 24 to the outside, and the 77 of Dohar was all the way up top, going screaming into turns 1 and 2. All right, let's go ahead and get these points away. But yeah, that was your points. That's where everybody is. Hopefully you're able to find the driver that you follow the most and you're kind of liking where he's at. Otherwise, go ahead and on out there in chat and root him on. Let's go ahead and bring up our track map now, since we got a little bit of separation. Show everybody where they're at. Where's your favorite car? One thing about Michigan, though, until green flag pit stops happen, this is what you're going to see. One big pack, especially in these next gens. The Gen 6 cars, you would normally see them kind of get just a little bit of separation. These things, they will stay in the draft just about all night long. But how about now Brendan Book? You saw him go on up there and fight with the 25 for P number 1. Now he's got a 3/10 lead over Tom Flitcroft in that 12. And it looks like the 25 is going to try to fight again. But the 12, I got to give him a lot of credit. Last week when we were running the Shake and Bake Indy Series from Auto Club, the man was racing with Poison Ivy. So that had to hurt. He still had a pretty decent race to start off with. Ended up with some trouble a little bit later on. But right now, he's sitting P number 2. He's got Ryan Crooks, PJ O'Leary, and Tyler Dohar to round out your top 5. Ryan McCall in this number 30. Shaboom Rock Straps right now sitting in P number 6. Andrew Wisdom, I talked to him a little bit before race. He's one of the guys that was telling me that the tire wear tonight was going to be absolutely harsh. In fact, not even 100% sure that the tires could go the distance on fuel, which should be just about halfway. You see the 20 of Matt O'Brien really come up on the back end of that 7, and he's going to wash all the way up track and try to stay right there in the draft. But he's able to push that 7 for all it's worth, move up a lane, and if he stays up there, nope, he's not. He's going to try to pull it under, and you see him 3 wide now. Going through turns 3 and 4, going to come back up, let the car drift almost all the way to the wall, scrub off as little speed as possible, meanwhile saving that right front. All right, so we are actually seeing a little bit of separation here. It looks like from about P15, which is Cody Kalinka, back to the next guy, it's about a 1.3 second gap. So he's got the 11 of Jacob Kerr right there with him, and then Evan Knopp. This is his cockpit view up to Jacob Kerr and Cody Kalinka. Behind him, he's got Nathan Mon, which let's take a look at. Take a look behind him from his rear deck lid cam. So decent sized string of cars going, behind him right now. Let's keep on going back through the field just a little bit. We talked about John Honeycutt earlier in his Melody Woodworks number 50, and right now he is up 19 spots in P19, and I think actually that would make him the biggest mover so far. Right behind him would be James Holzer, back here in this number 69 EMGG machine, right behind the number 4 for Tyler Myers. Tyler coming on down, almost slamming the door on Holzer. Definitely not something that he'd want to see. Tom Harmon also in this 68 Avril Lavigne Camaro, now trying to pull underneath that fork, trying to follow the line that Holzer just took. So now move Holzer and Thomas Harmon up 14 spots. And really trying to rally these guys in. I tell you, if there's going to be a guy that can get up there and get racy several laps into a run, it's going to be Holzer. Holzer is absolutely phenomenal when it comes to saving his tires for the long run. We're already a fourth of the way through this race. Just now started lap number 21. Brendan Book took the lead, and now he's got just about a 3/10 second lead. 3/10 of a second. I can't talk tonight. 3/10 of a second lead over Tom Flickroft. Ryan Crooks back to P3, Dohart and PJ O'Leary. So the top 5 really hasn't changed that much. But you got to give it to Tom Flickroft in this number 12. He started second, and right now he's running second, as well as another guy I just saw a little bit further back. I believe it's going to be Dylan Robb. He's very, very close to right where he started as well in this number 16 C&M Auto Parts. Looks like Chevrolet Camaro. A lot of Camaros out there in this field tonight. In fact, let's actually show you a little bit of a difference here as we see some movement in the tower. Let's actually show you just what we've got as far as Fords versus Chevrolets, Fords versus Toyotas, Chevys versus Fords, and all that. Let's actually show you some car logos. Look at that. Everybody in the top 7 right now is a Chevrolet. 8th and 9th, a couple of Yotas with a bow tie to round out your top 10. Right now, looks like Locklear and Warner rounding out the field in 41st and 42nd. Let's go ahead and bring it back to the gap. And show you exactly what these guys are doing. A little bit of dancing in the tower tonight. Might be an SDK issue, but it's not affecting the racing on stream, so I don't care. All right, let's go ahead and widen this out a little bit and pick up some more on this field. A little bit of a battle here between the 4 and the 91. Let's get up there right now between Tyler Myers and the 91 of Sean Blanchard. He's got the 83, 82, and 32. They were just 3 wide. Now it looks like the 55 of Jeff No. He's going to go ahead and get into that mix as well. Again, good to see Jeff No, Old Stout Whiskey, here at Michigan. He was able to actually run this because the league that he normally runs on Monday nights was taking a little bit of a break. He's going to try to go ahead and throw it in and make up 2 spots in this one corner. You see the 6 flying up his backside, able to get to that outside line. Don't want to wreck out. Great car control, way to hold on to it. But yeah, Jeff No showing that he's got a piece tonight. He's now up 5 spots from where he originally started. You can look forward to this 55 being up in the running when it's all said and done, though. The man knows how to maintain his car and maintain his tires. Speaking of maintaining cars and tires, let's go on back up and check with Tom Flitcroft. He's got it looks like he's able to get on by the 42 of Brendan Book to take the lead. So now Tom Flitcroft leading his first couple laps of the evening. Heard an engine rev. I'm going to guess that means that there's at least one person on pit road right now. Let's see if I can go back, find out exactly who that is. Right now, nope, it's not showing me, but might have been somebody that got some damage, had to come on down, fix it up, felt he was too slow to be able to run with these guys. And right now, this race has a very green flag feel. Ryan Crooks, that started on pole right now, running P number 6. You see that number 20 Cloud9 machine right in front of him. That's going to be Matt O'Brien, your current points leader. Caleb Pertko behind him in this number 51. And he's got the 77 of Tyler Dohar, as we got a proverbial hornet's nest right now running from about P number 7 all the way back to about P16, which is where you see Eliza Bethel with Honeycutt not too far off her back bumper. But good job for Eliza right now, keeping that Camaro clean and green. You see the 63 of Evan Knopp and Cody Kalinka. They're side by side. The 11 up top, 79 down low. You see the 74 with the 19 right underneath them. The 19 is going to be Bryant Huntley, and we continue to work through the field. Oh, 19 washed up just a little bit. Great save by the 74. It looks like he's going to be able to, for the most part, keep it out of the wall. Great save by the 74. Let's actually jump on board with him and play that back just a little bit, and then we'll bring it back live. Phenomenal save. All right, let's getting kind of close. Nineteen's going to wash up just a little bit, and where 74 might have come down just a little, but he able to save it for the most part. Might have scrubbed the wall just a little, but that could have been really bad considering he was running in about P10 at that time. It could have collected a lot of cars. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. So again, great save by the 74. Let's actually go ahead and take a look at his right side. See if he's got any right front or right rear damage. So far, it looks like the right front's pretty good. Right rear's clean, and yeah, no issues at all. So great job by him. Let's go ahead and widen it back out again. Look at this, three wide by 2 rows. And looks like gonna be able to hold on to it. Will they dare to try to make this 4 wide? We'll have to see. You see the 68, 50 in the middle. Looks like the 77 of Dohar, he was in that mix as well. You see the 25 of Crooks up here. Right now, Crooks is back to P12, down 11 spots after qualifying on the pole. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, how about James Holzer right now? Up 27 spots in his number 69 Camaro, sitting P number 8. I told you the man is great on old tires, absolutely knows how to conserve everything. And we could see him continue his march through the field, working lap 32. So these guys said they could probably go about halfway on fuel. So have to come on down about lap 40 or 41, maybe go down 40, come out on 41, or go down on 41, come out on lap 42. But man, what a drive by Holzer in this Camaro to make up 27 spots. He started almost dead last and has had to drive his way up through all that traffic. Great job by the 69. All right, back at the front, you haven't missed anything. It's still a show between the 12 and the 42. It looks like these guys are pretty content right now, but they can't get too content. They can't get too complacent. They're going to have to watch for this number 7 for Andrew Wisdom. Not only is he a great IndyCar racer on Thursday nights when the Shake and Bake Indy Series kicks off, but he's pretty bad fast in these Cup cars on the ovals also. Another guy they're not going to be able to sleep on, obviously, is our points leader, the 20 Cloud 9 machine from Matt O'Brien. He's actually, I believe, in the same party or in the same chat, same team comms as the 7. So these two working together, that could be pretty deadly. But you can definitely see that the 7's got to draft from the 42, and no doubt in my mind he'll be able to pull his way on up. Let's actually go ahead and jump on board with his roof cam and see exactly what he's got for these guys in front of him. Ooh, no gas. He is absolutely clutching it, getting into the corner, and you're 100% right. Call me out on the roof cam. This is the nose cam. The car right in front of him, Andrew Wisdom. Now this is the roof cam. But you heard Matt O'Brien, and you could hear the same thing out of Andrew Wisdom. Both of them absolutely clutching it to try to be able to go to lap 40 or 41. So to just cut this race right in half. Let's pull on up with Tom Fleecroft and see if he's doing the same thing. Nope, his motor is staying engaged the entire time. And he is clutching it a bit. You see the 2? That might have been the car we heard on pit road, getting either into his pit stop or getting on the gas coming off of or coming out of his pit stop earlier. But that just put the 2, I believe, back on the lead lap. Brendan Book still sitting right behind the 12. Andrew Wisdom, P number 3. Matt O'Brien falling back just a little bit in P4, and then PJ O'Leary in this 25. Sitting about 2.5 seconds behind Andrew Wisdom and Matt O'Brien. They continue to clutch it, so they did have to save a little bit. Matt O'Brien right now pulling back into the 4th spot, right back into the position that he qualified in. The same thing with that 24 we were just looking from. Right now sitting in P7, right where he qualified, with a very, very hungry, very fast 69 Camaro for James Holzer. Searching underneath. I'm going to try to gain at least one more spot. As you see the 34 come on down to slam the door on the 69 and dump all kinds of dirty air on his hood. So that's going to kind of stall Holzer there for right now. But Jordan McGraw in this Shake and Bake number 34, pretty fast as well. He's down one spot from where he qualified, but still very steady inside the top 10. Working lap 38. So we are going to see green flag pit stops very, very soon. And I'm going to guess that the guys that you see in front of the leaders that are right in the middle of the backstretch or going down the backstretch right now, those are some guys that have already pit. That's something that you're going to see a lot of once their pit stops are complete. You're going to see this pack that's now going down the middle of the backstretch on the map there. You're going to see that all split up because it's going to be broken down by who was able to be a little bit more aggressive getting into pit road, who is able to hit their pit stall properly and who's able to come off pit road aggressive as well, but not get nabbed for speeding. Again, big thank you to everybody that has joined, and welcome again to the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series live from Michigan International Raceway. I am Repeat. It's been a phenomenal green flag race as we just hit halfway, and now you can bet your bottom dollar that there will start to be some people coming on down pit road anytime now. And as I say that, there we go. Inside the fuel window, come on down pit road, grab 4 brand new Eagle Fuel Goods, fill it up with that Sunoco E15 fuel, and come on back out. You see Holzer, you see the 68, you see the 32, all kinds of cars that have been able to run that strategy on pit road. And this will absolutely break up the field. With all this going on, Caleb Pertko up here has been able to take the lead in his number 51 Harley Davidson Camaro. He's got the 34 of Jordan McGraw right behind him. You could bet that these guys are absolutely going to come on down pit road probably this time. If not this time, absolutely the next. Nope, they're bringing it down now. They've been able to save just enough. So get into their pit box. Make sure they don't pass the board to where they've got to speed up, or move up, back up rather, or if they don't get into the box far enough that they've got to pull forward just a little bit, because that adds all kinds of time onto their lap. As you see the 51 lock him up, get into his pit stop. There's the right side's going up, the right side's going to come on down, the left side's going to go ahead and go on up. And then if he's got any damage, which doesn't look like he did, here he is. He's going to be able to go ahead and exit pit road at 55 miles per hour. With all this going on, Jake Bustos and Tyler Dohar, they're going to be able to go ahead and take the lead. And just as I say that, Jake Bustos, he's going to come on down pit road in this number 74 Camaro. And once Tyler Dohar passes him, that will be a point in the bank for Tyler. I mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast, this man is phenomenal at saving fuel. No doubt in my mind that he'll be able to come on down here very soon as he gets a big old bump from the 82. I'm going to guess Tyler was on the was on the clutch right there. And let's see if we can't get a good look to the back of this 82 and see if that caused any damage. I hope not. Nope, no damage. But I tell you what, that was absolutely close. He was kind of, he was on the clutch there for a little bit. I imagine he'll come down pit road right now. Here he comes. So Tyler Dohar ran that 43 to the start of 44 laps on 1 tank of gas and the tires. So great job by Tyler Dohar. When this is all said and done, the car that we saw get back on the lead lap, he is now the leader, able to pass Tyler Dohar while in the pits. And with when he comes on, since he went down pit road so early, he's got almost a good 3-second lead back to Andrew Wisdom. But Andrew Wisdom in this 7, he can see that Carolina blue Toyota Camry right up ahead of him, and he's got fresher tires. He should be able to eat into that gap in no time flat. But now look at the track map. I mentioned that before. See how everybody was like maybe 1 or 2 here and there for the guys that pit early, and now just about the entire map except for the entrance of 3 and the exit of 4 completely covered by cars. 42 cars out here again for this shake and bake race at Michigan International Raceway. Pint-sized wafer, I gotta agree with you. This not only looks fun, this track is a ball. Several different racing grooves, all kinds of side-by-side racing. We've seen many go 3 wide, and it's before long they're going to be right back at it, because the guys that always rise to the occasion, the cream of the crop, as they say, always rise to the top. It's not going to be long. So we just saw a couple get on by the 7, the 12, Caution is out. Wow, big break for that too. Not only was he able to come on down pit road and grab his lap back, but he's going to grab the field by the horns. Everybody's going to come down pit road, so that was a huge bargain for him earlier. And now he's going to be able to come on down pit road, grab 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods, and possibly come on back out with the lead. We'll have to see who gambles here. You can definitely hear the 12 on and off the clutch. These guys will have to keep on going and try to catch up with the pace car. Pace car right now should be in the middle of the backstretch. So what do y'all think out there in chat? Pint size, yeah, I got to agree with you. Big wow. 47 laps in. Caution number 1 flies. All these guys right now trying to catch up to the pace car. Pits should be open this time. And it'll be interesting to see who comes down pit road to grab those tires. Who thinks that they've got what it takes to stay out. If it's me, knowing what the tires have been like, I'm coming down pit road. The guys in the front, they were able to squeeze every drop of gas out of it to go to halfway. Now all that's thrown out the window. All right, so the moment of truth is coming. We'll have to see. Yep, he's bringing everybody down pit road. You'll see him here in just a moment. There you go. Everybody came down pit road. So, yeah, that was absolutely a huge move by the two of Duncan O'Connor. Came on down pit road, got his lap back, and when it all washed out, he had enough of a lead to stay up there and get it done. So he's going to come off pit road. Will he beat his main competition? No, he won't. Looks like the 12 and a 42 going to beat him off pit road. All right, so some of the guys did stay out. Victor Valley, Tom Flitcroft. He's going to be the first car to come off pit road. So Victor Valley, he stayed out. Let's see if we can actually find him and maybe have a quick word. Nope, I don't see Victor. So how about Tom Flitcroft? I'm pretty sure I saw him earlier. There we go. Let's pull old Tom to the booth right now. Tom Flitcroft, driver of this number 12 GM Goodwrench. Oh man, I love the Dale throwback that you've got every single week, Tom. First off, I got to ask, are you feeling better?
Yeah, it's nice to actually be able to kind of focus and
not itch.
Kind of know what I'm doing, I think.
Well, Tom, it's absolutely great to see you up here. That 2 played an interesting strategy. We saw him pass, I believe it was you or the 42, to get back on the lead lap. And with this caution, he actually pit as the leader. Victor Valley stayed out. The last time he pit was on lap 41. So you've got 6 laps fresher tires. Can you get back up there and take it away?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we've had a good race so far. I've just actually, just been driving and sorry, I'm distracted right now. Sorry about that.
No, you're good, man.
But yeah, so I mean, I think we can get the job done. It's just going to be a matter of where the runs come and everything else. But as long as I can stay up front, I actually feel pretty confident that I might be able to steal this victory away. So Duncan definitely lucked out there with the caution. So he basically won the lottery there with that caution. That's awesome. But we're gonna get back going to green here, and we'll see what we can do.
All right, buddy, go get him. You know I pulled for you, man.
Thanks, man.
You got it. Good luck. All right, that is driver 12, old Tom Flitcroft. Tom Flitty from everybody that knew him back in the day. As we get ready to go back green, let's get back to our starting stripe right now. Here we go. Victor Valley hard on the throttle, and he had the whole field in his grasp. Look at him, 3 wide behind. And let's go ahead and get back with these guys right now. 83 up to the high side. He's going to pull on down, slam the door on that 42. 12 drop back just a little bit. You see the 22 is inside. Again, that's going to be your points leader. See the 25 of Ryan Crooks. I'm sorry, the 69 of Holzer with the 51 underneath. Side by side, several rows deep. The man moved up many spots under green. I think if he can pull off that same kind of thing again, he might be able to work his way to the lead. But as always, as you work your way through the field and you get to the stronger and stronger cars, those passes get to be harder and harder. So we'll have to see exactly what Holzer's got as the race continues. Pine says, I might just have to join in this. Might be the nail in the coffin for me. Well, hey, it's a great series, a whole lot of fun. Shake and Bake has been around for many, many years. Over on the Xbox side, they still run an F1 series on the Xbox side, but Monday nights, it's all about their Cup series right here with me. And then on Thursday nights, we run an Indy series over on Traction GG. Where Eliza Bethel hosts it all, and I just am the one lucky enough to have gotten tabbed on her shoulder to broadcast right alongside her, and it has been a lot of fun, a lot of different races, a lot of different winners. Their season also about midway through. So Victor Valley's still holding on. Brendan Book hasn't been able to do anything with him as of yet. Tom Harmon in his number 68 Avril Lavigne Camaro sitting P number 3, so up 33 spots for this Camaro. Phenomenal run by this 68. Second only to Hunter Johnson and James Holzer. Nate Mon up 10 spots, but Victor Valley up 31 spots. And just now, the fastest lap of the race was turned by Matt O'Brien in this number 20 Cloud 9 machine. The man's bad fast week in and week out. I told him during post-race last week, I don't want to see him win a race. I want to see him go on up there, contend, and possibly take the championship without winning a race, just like Matt Kenseth did years and years ago, which prompted NASCAR to make some changes to where nobody could do that again, to where they had to actually go on up and prove that they were the best just about every single week. But man, this 20, he's been able to hold on to the points lead every week so far, doing his thing. Yeah, Pine Size, they don't race the Cup Series anymore, or Trucks or Xfinity over on console anymore, because the last rendition of the game was just straight, it was not worth everybody going out and spending, $70 or so on the game. There were some real issues with ignition, so they just switched to an F1 league over on console. But other than that, everything Shake and Bake related is right here on iRacing. Looks like a little bit of a battle for the lead. 68, he wants to go on up there and take position number 35. And he won't be able to go any further than that, because that would hand him the lead. But the 42 is still fighting back on the outside to hold the 68 at bay. 42 with a big run on the outside, little slideways. Is he going to be able to hold those tires? Is he going to be able to hold the 68 at bay? So far, yes. The 42's got help to the outside. 12 trying to help the 68 just a little bit, but just dropping back. Definitely see the 20 and the 42 working well together, but that might not be by design. up by that wall is where you want to be in order to carry a whole lot of speed down the backstretch. And just as we say that, 68 pulls a slide job, able to pull up in front of the 42, and he will officially lead that lap as we get to 24 to go. We were working with Tom Flitcroft. That's who we were talking to just a moment ago. So he's gone from P2 back to P12. So definitely has dropped through the field just a little bit. Let's actually see if he's got any issues with the right side. I don't see any right there. But let's double check just in case there's a reason why he's dropping back. Or it might just be trying to save some. As you actually see, one of the new things with this damage model is rubber buildup all around the car. Look at those black spots going down the side of his car. That is rubber from the track built up on this number 12 Good Wrench Service Camaro for the one and only Tom Flitcroft. Pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and widen it out one more time. You got a conga line here of about 6 cars with the 2 and the 12 side by side right behind him. Behind the 12 looks like Duncan O'Connor and Jordan McGraw. Kind of getting their race on. There is that 34 shake and bake machine. He's got a good old whip of the draft. Behind him, you see Jacob Kerr in this offer pad number 11, and then PJ O'Leary in that number 24. So definitely a little bit of separation between the 24 and the rest. Going back to Sean Blanchard, as you see the 22 for Nate Mon in that sun drop machine, looking underneath, but able to hold off and back it up just a little bit. Ryan Crooks, that started on pole right now, sitting in P25. Let's actually see if there's any damage on his right side. Nothing there. Nothing there either. So just the short run speed looks like is bitten this 25. I don't see any damage on him whatsoever. His teammate though, James Holzer right now sitting. Holzer blinking out, doing Holzer things. Unfortunately, let's get back up here. There we go. So you see the 69 blinking out right behind the 42. That's gotta unnerve that 20 just a little bit. I mean, he knows Holzer can hold the line. Holzer can see where he's at. But very often when these guys blink on screen, their screen on their computer, their actual what they're looking at to race, goes black as well. So they gotta kind of fly by the seat of their pants for just a moment until their car comes back. But absolutely a great race here for first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. As you see the 32 for Hunter Johnson working his way into this mix. Holzer basically just going to see which line moves the best, and try to jump right in there. Andrew Wisdom in this number 7. He's also in this mix. And there is that 34 for Jordan McGraw. Tom Flitcroft a little bit further back, but yeah, one hell of a battle. Under 20 to go, and the 68. For Tom Hartman, your leader. Looks like they're actually coming up on some lap traffic from Tom Harmon. You saw one car not too far ahead. That car, I'm sure they're going to ask to either stay low or stay high. It actually looks like it's going to be the number 2 that we saw up front earlier. That was going to be Duncan O'Connor. Now back in P34, down 17 spots from where he qualified. So he's able to lead a lap, but right now not on the brighter side of things. You got to kind of wonder as these guys go through turns 1 and 2, are they now just saving their stuff? 16 laps to go. These guys all came down pit road on lap 40, I believe it's 47. I'm going to go ahead and double check. Yeah, all these guys came on down pit road under that solo caution we had on lap 47. Everybody back to P number 34. I'm sorry, 33. The number 2 came down on lap 62. Everybody else was 47 or earlier. And you got to kind of wonder now, are these guys just playing follow the leader? Basically saving their right front, doing all they can, or are they actually trying to get up there and get racy? I don't think so. Judging by no real big moves, nobody's trying to carry a whole lot of momentum off the line. They are literally just staying pretty much bumper to bumper. And just as I say that, 42 is going to try to look to the inside of that 20 and see if he can't take the spot, but it looks like the 20 should have the momentum off the corner. 42 is going to have a little bit of draft help from that 68. Holzer right now with the 32 right behind him, wondering which line is going to move. Will the 32 be able to check up? How about the 7 and the 34? Yep, everybody's playing nice. No bumper tags so far. P2 side by side. So a good battle all the way back to Brian Pizzichemi in this number 28. He's actually up 26 spots right in front of him. You see Evan Canop a little bit further back from him is going to be Nate Mon in this number 22 Sundrop car. Nate right now is up 9 spots from where he qualified. And Jimmy Cocker in this number 31 Virginia Tech machine. Very, very familiar colors for him. He's up 25 spots. So a lot of movers and shakers all night long. But so far up front, it's still Tom Harmon in his Avril Lavigne Camaro. The 20, the 42, the 69, and that 32 for Hunter Johnson. I really just want to start singing "We're following the leader, the lead." No, I won't do that. But anyway, now each car's got at least a tenth between them. Matt O'Brien now pulled up into P number 2. Can he actually do anything with this 68, or will this 68 be able to hold on? 12 laps remaining here from Michigan in the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. Again, sponsored by the one and only ROK straps. You know, I talked a little bit about ROK straps not too long ago, and I'm actually going to read you verbatim from their website what this company is all about. And I actually went and bought a set for myself to get ready to go camping next week up in New York State. It said, you know, obviously, I'll go ahead and in just a moment, I'll put the link to ROK straps out there in chat. But their website says, try ROK straps once and you'll never use a bungee to strap your gear down again. These flat luggage straps will tie down your belongings more securely, handle bigger loads, they're adjustable, and they won't damage or scratch your belongings. Your gear won't slip out from underneath, and they're safer. Yep, they're that good. So anybody that could put that up on their website and proudly boast, you might as you know they've got to be quality. You know they're good. Go on over rockstraps.com. Order yourself a set just like I did, and I promise you will not be sorry. All right, so leader's able to catch up to Carr. Will put him a lap down. But how about this fight now for P number 2? Matt O'Brien to the outside, James Holzer to the inside. This is a battle that Holzer has been looking for, and we always see him come on up at the end anytime he's got to start in the back. This man is just flat confident when he's flat fast. And right now, he's absolutely looking like he is. He's got that 20 to his outside, 7 and 42, 32. That's going to round out your top 5. 68 still leading the way. All kinds of clean air on his Camaro. But let's actually look back from him right now and see what kind of battle he's watching in his rear view. Look at this. Absolutely phenomenal racing. Little bit of side-by-side, almost door-to-door for P number 4. But able to keep it clean, keep it green. Nobody up into the wall. Holzer sitting right there. You see him shaking about just a little bit. That Cloud9 machine able to get back on the throttle. Matt O'Brien starting to push the envelope just a little bit. Holzer's going to try to duck to the inside. 20 is going to come on down and try to block the advance. Shut the door. Can't do it. Just a little late on the move. 69 is going to have that inside line. Can he do it? Can he get there? We'll have to see. Let's look on from that right rear and watch what, I'm sorry, other side. Here we go. Let's get back there. There we go, right rear. And left rear. But it looks like Holzer's going to fall back because of the draft as they all go ripping down the backstretch. And usually, if you're up by that wall with a car in front and car behind, you're going to carry all kinds of momentum. And people say you get a little bit of an extra pull off that wall as well because you're dumping even more air on that back end, keeping the rear planted and able to carry just a little bit more in that draft. Some bad fast speeds all night long. Let's go ahead and widen this out again and take a look at this battle for P number 5. Brendan Book and Hunter Johnson. You just saw the 51 of Caleb Pertko drop right into position behind the 7. Behind Caleb is going to be Jordan McGraw in his shake and bake. And there's that 12, followed by Jacob Kerr in this number 11. Behind Kerr is going to be Evan Knopp. That's going to be 11th place. Ryan Crooks right now sitting in P number 12. Brian Pizzacchemi, Nate Mon, PJ O'Leary going to be your top 15. Up at the front, we've got a new leader. It looks like Jacob Palmer was able to go ahead and pass the 68. Let's see exactly how that happened. That is not what I wanted to see. Let's go ahead and bring that back live. Matt O'Brien, not Jacob Palmer. All right, so new leader, Matt O'Brien in this number 20 Cloud9 Toyota. He's got 68 right behind him. The 69 of Holzer still stalking. 42 of Brendan Book and Hunter Johnson. We're talking about a pretty consistent top 5 of guys that have been up there all night long, except for Holzer and Harmon. We might as well add Hunter Johnson to that mix as well. Matt O'Brien up 3 spots from where he qualified, trying to shut the door on that 68 as he's going to go ahead and try to take that lead back on the bottom side. Holzer there with him, 42 right behind, 32, and then the 7. Holzer's going to stick high with the 20, keeping the 68 pinned down. 68's going to try to fight back on the bottom side. That's also going to make him put a little bit more wheel into his turn. Sliding up, as you saw right there, got a little tight, had to get out of the throttle. That should give the easy lead to the 20 with the 69 as they all draft. Little bit, 69 into the wall just a little bit. Wasn't able to do much. The 20 and the 68 came off side by side. I'm not quite sure if there's a little bit of contact. But there you see the 42 now of Brendan Book pulling it down low. 3 wide for the race lead. 68 coming down the block. 4 laps remaining. Move Holzer into P number 2, 33 spots up from where he qualified. Matt O'Brien now leading. He has been the bridesmaid several times. Right now in a position to go ahead and grab a W. If he finishes right where he is, he may tell me, Pete, don't ever tell me, or I want you to keep telling me not to win races every single week, because here he is, possibly able to grab one. 3 laps remaining. Holzer still stalking 68 of Tom Harmon right now, sitting P3, able to get on by the bottom side of the 7 of Andrew Wisdom. Holzer still blinking out just a little bit. That 68 is going to want to try to move up. He doesn't want to be where Holzer is whenever he goes out. 7 down low, a little bit of contact. Let's actually check the right side of that 69. See if he's got just a little bit of damage. Hopefully his camera will hold on while we take a look. Right front, right rear. Not a whole lot of damage, just a little bit of scrapage by the right rear. Not too bad though. Let's go ahead and get off of him. So yeah, too late. And it went yeah. Let's get back up there with Matt O'Brien. All right, so Holzer's still right there. New second place driver though. The 7 of Andrew Wisdom. We saw him drop back earlier. White flag lap. Can the 7 get up here and do anything with the 20? Can the 7 hold off Thomas Harmon in that 68? Can Holzer get on up there with a last-ditch effort to try to get on up there and take a podium spot? Right now, pushing that 7 for all it's worth. 68 to his inside. He's going to be able to dive it in. We saw him get tight before. Will he be able to get enough of an arc, get enough of a throttle to come across in P2? So far, it looks like it. Will the 7 be able to pull the crossover? We'll have to see. First through third, Holzer fourth. And it's going to be all Matt O'Brien to grab the race at Michigan, grabbing his first W of the season. The man is the points leader by 30 points. Tonight, he's absolutely going to be able to pad that points lead. And, yeah, I'm sure he's looking forward to next week at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Again, big congratulations to the 20 Cloud9 machine of Matt O'Brien. Second places galore before here. Finally grabs himself a win here in the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series. All these guys with respect for for Matt, coming on up to congratulate one hell of a driver one more time. Take a ride through the grass, sir. You've absolutely deserved it. This victory celebration is all you, sir. All right, so it looks like Matt O'Brien's going to go ahead and take a screenshot from there, add it to his racing resume, one hell of a feather in his cap, and we're going to go ahead and pull up our results and show y'all exactly where everybody finished, and let's do that right now. All right, so Matt O'Brien again for Nitro Motorsports brings it home. P number 1, Tom Harmon P2, Andrew Wisdom for Nexus Motorsports P3, hell of a race for driver 7. James Holzer P4, the man pulled off a lot of passes, 31 passes to be exact. The only guy that had more was Tom Harmon in P number 2. Other than that, those were your top 2 getters all night long. Brendan Book P number 5, Tom Flitcroft P6, Jordan McGraw P7, Evan Knop P8, Jacob Kerr P9, Brian Pizzichemi P number 10, Nate Mon 11th, Ryan Crooks 12th after starting on the pole, PJ O'Leary 13th, Jimmy Cocker 14th, Cody Kalinka 15th, Victor Valley 16th, Jose Ruiz brings it home 17th, and Ryan McCall brings it home 18th. All right, ladies and gents, we're going to take just a moment to get our top 3 into the booth. And yeah, please, by all means, keep it right here. I promise we will be right back. All right, ladies and gents, thank you very much for keeping it right here. We're going to start off with our top 3 in P number 3, the driver of the number 7 Chevrolet. Up 7 spots. Boy, it really seems like 7's absolutely worked out for Andrew Wisdom. Driver 7 up 7 spots from where he qualified. Finishes a P3. You know, I'm seeing some 7s and 3s, championships, Cardinal. I don't know. Never. I'll leave that be. But anyway, Andrew Wisdom, not only are you a very, very fast road racer on Thursday nights with the Shake and Bake Indy League over on Traction, but you definitely shown that you can get it done on the oval side as well. You led a few laps, definitely showed to have a very, very fast hot rod. We were with you for a couple of laps where we, like a few others, we're clutching it a little bit, try to save a little bit of fuel, and then caution came out on lap 46 or 47, which kind of bit all of you that were trying to save fuel to just make it on that one stop and really babying your tires so they would go the rest of the race as well. Walk us through your strategy other than what that was, and man, how does this third place finish stack up on your resume for a 42 car field tonight?
Yeah, it was an interesting race for sure. I didn't realize until I got into practice how bad the tire wear was going to be. I don't know. It was bad enough almost that I wonder if something's wrong with the setup or the track and iRacing needs to fix it or what that was, because the fall off seemed a little extreme even for these cars. But yeah, pretty good race. Originally I was planning on doing a 2-stop, but as we went on there and kind of got inside the pit window for that strategy, we were gaining on the leaders still, and our fuel numbers were starting to look good enough that if I saved for about 5 or 6 laps, we could do a pretty comfortable 1-stop. So yeah, I managed to go all the way up to the leaders there in the first stint. Felt pretty good about it. Was really hoping it was going to stay green, because I felt like we had a really good chance to win that race if it went green all the way through. But yeah, that caution kind of screwed that up, and but yeah, it wasn't too bad overall. I think it was Jordan McGraw said there at the end that he'd never been so close to the lead of the race, but felt so helpless in terms of difficulty to pass and get around other cars. And I definitely think that if you were brave enough to step out of line, unless you fully cleared the guy that you were trying to pass, you were probably going to go backwards. So pretty tricky to try to manage the track position there and the strategy on when you even wanted to attempt to pass. But yeah, I'll take it for my first 2 starts being a win and a P3. I can't be too disappointed.
Not at all. What a way to wrap that up. You really can't. You know, P1 to show that you're more than just an Indy driver, and then come back for a P3 finish. It's going to be great in the points. It'd be very, very interested to see where you actually go in points next week when we put them up again. See if you're able to leapfrog some guys that have maybe just not been around for a little bit, or decide maybe that shake and bake wasn't for them. Congratulations. Any quick shout outs or thanks you want to get out there?
Just my teammates over at Nitro Racing. It'd be Matt O'Brien, Caleb Pertko, and Duncan O'Connor, and then everybody over at Nexus Esports for taking me in a few months ago. It's really helped me develop a lot as a driver and get a lot quicker. So
there you go. Congrats again, sir.
Thank you.
You got it. And now, Tom Hartman in this number 68 Avril Lavigne Camaro. I tell you, Tom, you got up there. You had the most amount of positions gained over the course of the entire race. 34 spots up from where you didn't qualify, we'll say. Able to bring that car to P number 2. Avril looked pretty fast tonight, sir.
Yeah, Michigan's one of my better tracks, and once I got towards the front, I knew it was game on. I think about another lap, Matt might have been in trouble, but congrats to him for the win, and it was definitely a fast car tonight.
Oh yeah, I mean, I watched that lime green, and she's just singing along, literally passing car after car, and before you knew it, you were fighting with the 12 and the 42 for a shot at the lead after that caution. Did that caution on lap 47 throw you off at all?
I was thankful for it because me and Holzer were, I think, about 2.5 seconds back of the next group of cars in front of us, and I don't know that we could have made up that kind of ground without a caution. So it was nice to get that caution and bring us back up to the front.
Well, but we're going on. I believe it's Atlanta Motor Speedway next week. Unfortunately, I won't be here. I'm gonna actually work on that as well. But looking forward to Atlanta. Pretty comfortable there, or you're gonna have to see what this next gen car holds. Unfortunately, it's not the new Atlanta that we saw earlier in the actual NASCAR season. It'll be the Atlanta of old. Feeling pretty comfortable about that race?
Well, first of all, I'd say it's fortunate that we don't have the new one. I like Atlanta as well. I expect to be towards the front there, but I'm probably going to start in the rear again. Just have a little fun coming through the field, hopefully not get wrecked. But ran there earlier in the year and really enjoyed it. Got a win there. So hopefully we can back it up.
All right, buddy. Well, big congrats on this P2. Again, most spots gained, 34 for your 68 Camaro. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. And then Matt O'Brien, many times the bridesmaid here in Shake and Bake tonight, grabs your first win. Going to go ahead and pad your overall lead point. You had 30 points on Holzer, and Holzer only had 1 point back to Crooks. Crooks had a little bit of an issue after qualifying on pole, and Holzer finished in P number 4, second most positions gained throughout the night at 31. But man, the win is all about you tonight. Able to come on down, run it through the grass, burn it down for a little bit. Congratulations. How does it feel to finally get this Shake and Bake monkey off your back 11 races into the season?
It feels really good. The other monkey ball off my back is winning my home track.
All right.
This track is haunted me for a very long time, so it feels very good to finally get it off my back. Because I have found pretty much every way to lose at this track, so it felt really good to finally break through and get the win. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, you've got to be feeling on Cloud 9, in that Cloud 9 number 20. Anytime we've actually got a chance to talk to you, which is kind of often because you're usually running in the top 5 if we ever have a small slew of cautions, and you're not quite sure how you're feeling about your car. Tonight, that car had to feel absolutely amazing. Able to get on up there, grab the W, add some more points. And man, how are you feeling about Atlanta next week?
I mean, the car was too tight for my liking, but everyone was dealing with it, so just had everyone, but when everyone has a tight car, I feel like I do a little better just with my driving style. But so that's that, and then I really like Atlanta. But thankfully, it hasn't changed yet.
Yeah.
They get one more race on it, so because I'm pretty sure once the fixed series and stuff go there in a couple of weeks, it'll be the new one. So it'll be good to get one last race on the old surface. So
Yeah, and you
look
can.
forward.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, and you can bet that the new surface will be up fairly quick, considering Dale Jr. and iRacing actually helped create the way that track was going to be. As much of an advocate as Dale Jr. was about leaving the track alone just a few short years ago. Well, and actually I take that back because he's been retired for a while now already. It just seems like time flies. He was all about leaving the track alone. But no, they actually helped get that in, and I'm sure they've already got that scanned, and that'll be a big old update here in the not so distant future. Congratulations one more time, Matt O'Brien, on this W. Any quick shout outs for you, buddy?
Like Andrew said, my teammates of Andrew, Caleb, and Duncan.
There you go, man, a few words. All right, everybody else out there in chat, big thank you for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, and keeping me company. Again, I will not be here next week, but I will be on the call this Thursday night with the one and only Eliza Bethel over on the Shake and Bake, over on Traction GG, so twitch.com/Traction GG for the Thursday night Indy Series. Going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned to Facebook posts as well as Twitter and everywhere else that you catch your updates from Shake and Bake to find out where to tune next week for Atlanta Motor Speedway. I will personally be camping up in the great state of New York with friends and family, and I'm looking forward to all that. Until then, I'll be back the week after. Y'all stay cool, and we'll see you around the track. Bye, guys.